Hi folks, this is Cat-A-Tonic. I'm going to do an update on my Tyloveden base. Since the game added the Chem Lab, the drills, and the furnace, of course all our bases had to be configured. And the way of calling in an attack was changed too. So this is how my Tyloveden base has changed. There used to be a kind of garage here in the front. There were two pillboxes, but now there's just one pillbox on every wall, and then I added a 50 cal in one corner. You can see the new drills poking up. So I've put 3 drills here, which is the max you can have at a site. The other 2 new benches, you can only have 1 per site, but this site gets drills, and so I put the max 3. Most of my bases are the same in that I rarely use actual gates, doors. Rather, I go in behind the pillboxes, and I try to have like a choke point of 1 cube wide. Now, all the bases are going to be a little different, not just because of what's in what you can install there, but also the truck has a different footprint. Let's see if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but anyway, you can see that the footprint of the truck allows only so much space around it. Some of the sites have a larger footprint for the truck. And the other thing is these drills, they have their own restrictions. You can have enough space to put a drill down, but as soon as you put one down, you'll see it has a crosshatch pattern that tells you you can't put another drill closer than that. So this represents the minimum amount of space I can have between the 3 drills. Okay, so I like to put a bed trailer inside, which I've done here. And for my corners, a couple of iterations ago I had towers, but I started changing it to these platforms. What I like about them is that you can, you know, if you see a ramp, just run up there and you can jump off of there anywhere, and it's easy to get out of the base. Because my base, this one I also made a bit smaller because I found that running around the outside was difficult when trying to defend it. So when I made it smaller, that forced me to close a couple of the pillboxes. So now these pillboxes, this one and the one at the other end, I believe, there's no entrance there. And the side ones, you can get in there, but you can only come in on one side. And for nighttime use, you can see that I've got a light there to tell you which side of that recess you use to get in. The nice thing about these drills is that even if you run them right up to the scaffolding here, you can run around them. So if you're running inside the base and you don't know to turn immediately here to get inside, you can just run around the drill. Another way I had of making my build smaller was to shave the corners. This is a trick that I've used on several of my bases. What I do is I use the corner pieces and I stagger them like this to create a 45-degree corner. It's wasteful if you don't have a lot of materials, but if you've got enough and you're under the 150 for that particular item, like construction is capped at 150 items, then you can use this, and I find it helpful. And another reason it's helpful is it helps me resolve corners of the scaffolding so that I can run around the corner and they're connected. So I think that's basically it. So here's our benches. I kind of like this arrangement where I have the plunger here and the other 2 benches on either side. I used to have them flipped until another player, Buster D, noticed that if you want to use the Femtel, it's nice to be able to dump your stuff directly in the resource bench, the recycling station. So So that's what I've done. I flipped those two benches, but they're still to either side of the plunger, and then the femtel is at the end here. And then if there's room, I would stick the you know, the sewing station here, but there isn't, so it went on the other side along with my companion station. Out in. Hazy right now, you don't really get to see much. Anyway, that's my base.